awaken spiritually, it feels crazy. It feels exciting. It feels liberating. It feels beautiful. It feels, again, like you're crazy. It feels like the world is against you. It feels like you've awakened to your purpose, your calling, the love of your life. It feels like your world turned upside down. We're going to break that apart in this video so you can know that, number one, you're not crazy. Not crazy. And we're going to talk about a few of the symptoms so that you know that you really are awakened and you're not crazy again. And I want you to comment and just share your experiences down below, because a part of that experience that you're feeling, part of the awakening, is to bless other people. So I'm Nicole, I'm Ray V, and if you're new to our family, welcome. And if you are not new, welcome back. And so, what is spiritual awakening? Spiritual awakening is this coined term, but what it means is the universe, our higher power, all consciousness, God, Allah, Jehovah, has awakened you to your untapped, your unlimited potential. And so that may mean to you that you are reuniting with true love. And that can be within yourself, it could be with someone else. It can also mean that you're awakening to the fact that you don't have to have a job anymore, that you can be a successful business owner, that you can go in the industry that you might have been really afraid to go in. And that may also mean that maybe you got a health diagnosis and a scare, and you're awakening to the fact that you can heal your own human, that you don't have to live in fear or even pain, that you can pursue this dream, this vision that you're getting, and you'll be just fine. There's a number of different possibilities that the universe puts before us and shows us that this is our path. So depending on your background or where you're at in your spiritual journey, you may be aware of when someone says they're living their purpose. They've tapped into their mission, their calling. Being spiritually awake means for a lot of us that we've been alerted to what that is, our purpose, our calling, our mission. And all of those three things are different, but they all are in alignment with what you're going to do for a living in this lifetime, but it can also be for this time in your life. So when you are awakening, it is different for everybody, but there are some signs that are within every spiritual awakening. So you will be able to recognize these symptoms that I'm going to share with you now, and it'll let you know that you've been chosen. By who? By our Creator, by the universe, but by you yourself. You literally chose for your own spiritual awakening to happen when it did. And if that's now, what that means, spiritual superstar, is that you're ready. You are ready to receive the blessings that come through your awakening. So it's really important that you follow your signs, your spiritual guidance, okay? So before we go any further, take a moment and type in the comment section pound or hashtag in your 4 1s, the opening of the spirit realm. And what does that do? Well, that's a rule that we have at Spiritual Guidance Academy. And what that does is it opens you right up to receive your blessings. It is an extremely potent, very powerful sequence of numbers. And many accounts, personal, my clients, I'm sure you have seen it, and you might feel there's something attached to it. You might have this intuitive nudge, an understanding that just feels right. You may not know all the answers to it, but you feel like there's something there. So go ahead and type it in the comment section. And so your spiritual awakening symptoms are going to be profound. One of those symptoms are your dreams are coming true. You start questioning, am I a prophet? Am I having prophetic dreams? You may even be uncomfortable saying that. So make no mistake about it. I'm here to tell you, yes, if you're finding that your dreams are coming true, you are having premonitions. If you find that you're saying things that are manifesting, that's a strong sign that you are in a spiritual awakening that's alerting you to a higher calling, to your purpose, to your mission. So even though you're waking up to your spiritual gifts, that may not be the dominant theme in your awakening. That may be helping you blossom into the producer that you're going to be, into the musician, the artist, which may not be a predominant spiritual career for you, but it certainly is passion and purposeful and intentional. And so it is in alignment with your spiritual gifts. Therefore, it goes back to your spiritual awakening. And you are waking up to that fact. One of my coworkers just shared with me today, as a matter of fact, that he had an intuitive feeling so strong that he told one of his daughters, I've got to get that dog out of here. We've got to get that dog out of here. Something's going to happen. And he just counted it off to a feeling. Now, he's a religious man, but he didn't think anything else of it. And lo and behold, a couple days later, the dog bit his neighbor. Now, it's not his dog. It was his other daughter's dog. So the daughter that he was telling that to was taking care of her sister's dog. He had a fence. His daughter asked, well, can you take care of him just for, a couple of weeks and I'll be back? And he said, yeah, begrudgingly, but that's his daughter. And he did it. Well, the dog got out. And he had a feeling. But spiritual superstars, he had a premonition. And I told him that today. And he said, you're right. I had a premonition and I ignored it. And so we talked about it, and I ended up coaching him right in the classroom. And so, that's a part of the process, is being able to forgive yourself during your awakening and know that God is choosing you to go in your God divine path. Now you may have heard, following God's plan versus your plan. Hit the thumbs up button if you know what I'm talking about. Have you ever heard that? Comment in the comments section, let me know. Do you have a question? Am I following God's plan? God, what do you want me to do? What do you have for me? You find yourself doing that, just looking up in the sky, looking around in your room, wherever you're at. Am I doing this right? You start questioning your daily behavior. Are you at the job where God wants you to really be at? Are you doing the kind of work that really is fulfilling to you? Right? That is a strong sign that you are in a spiritual awakening, because you are, hey HSR, you are awakening to the fact that this ain't it, right? You find yourself really getting frustrated, annoyed at the work you're doing, and you know it's not fulfilling you, it's not satisfying to you, right? HSR says, I ask it regularly. Yes, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know that you know what I'm talking about. That what I'm saying is resonating with you. Especially recently. And here's the other part to that, is you start seeking it out. HSR 1986 recently started showing up on our live feed, right? On our live messages. Not our feed, but our live videos, because HSR 1986 started seeing me. What does that mean? The universe put us in alignment with each other, right? And so how does that work? Because HSR started waking up to what HSR needed to receive. And a part of my mission and my purpose is to help you understand how to hear from God, to learn more about spiritual guidance, which is the way Divine Source reaches out to us and helps us through our awakening. We have multiple, right? So we get into alignment with who we need in our life, and we start pulling away from who we don't. And so another one of those symptoms is our feelings change towards people we really love. And we start recognizing our own worth. And you sit there and you question, I don't know. I feel like I can't be around my own family. I feel like they don't understand me. They don't get me. It may be your circle of friends. You start watching and sitting back more. Who else feels that way? Hit the thumbs up button. Let me know. Comment and share your experience. Am I the only one? I can't be the only one. You start being more quiet. Strong symptom. You might have been the life of the party, extroverted, and then you start becoming more introverted. You start being attentive because you are more aware. Aware of what? Aware of your surroundings. Aware of how your energy interacts with other energy. Does it repel? Is it gravitated towards energy? Are you pulled towards someone or away from? You start making excuses as to why you can't be around people. Am I the only one like that? Personal relationships. You start growing afraid too of what you know deep inside is going to make you happy, and who's going to make you happy, because you know you're going to have to change. In order for you to be around certain people, you're going to have to change and level up, right? You might even awaken to the love of your life and know that she's not going to go for any cheating. She's not going to go for the addictions. She's not going to go for anything that your last relationship allowed. So awakening changes you. And you might be waking up to that personal fact that you don't have to use substances. You don't have to be a sexaholic. You don't have to do what you've been doing. And so that's going to detach you from your current relationship or the current people you've been giving your energy to intimately. So you start realizing you're sitting alone more, you're enjoying your own company. Like you can be in the house the whole weekend. Order some food. You might go out there and get you some food real quick, come right on back. You letting stuff go to voicemail. You're not even caring about where your phone is. Am I the only one? Hit the thumbs up button if you know what I'm talking about. That is spiritual awakening, right? Absolutely. Family is definitely not always bloodline. And you start seeing that in your spiritual awakening. Let me tell you, one of the hardest spiritual awakenings I've ever dealt with, and you tell me you've ever dealt with this, is understanding that family that's blood is not always the ones you have to keep in your life. That family is the toughest test of your lifetime. Because if you're connected to toxic family members, narcissists, abusers, negative, miserable, angry, all of that, and that's not you, you're the oddball, you're going to be waking up to the fact that they drown your energy out. They make your life feel heavy. If you're around people that are taking advantage of you, they use you, you know, you're always the one that they're calling, they're asking for, but they're really helping you or never. You're the fall guy. They blame you. You're the target. If that's the case, Spirit might be waking you up to seeing that. It might be in your face, like back to back to back to back to back. And you might question like, whoa, you know, like, why are they always on me? So you might get really frustrated. And Spirit's going to be showing that to you so that you can break free. And it's tough. That's what happened to me. Happens to so many of us. But once you break free from the thing that Spirit wants you to detach from, or the people, you're going to open yourself up to so many blessings. And I mean, oh my gosh, these blessings are things that you just have an inkling of, right? Yes, the cord cutting is real. Yep. HSR says more confirmations are showing that to be true for me. All right. Yeah. And so just like HSR and other spiritual superstars, you're going to awaken to your personal revelations, and you'll be able to use spiritual sacred texts. You'll be able to use the Bible, the Quran, the Kitabiyatas, different writings that are centered on God, and those examples that you can believe in and use for your own life. But also, spiritual superstars, one of your symptoms is trusting your own experiences and believing in what you're experiencing and not questioning it. And how do we do that? We allow it to happen repeatedly, because then it will change our humans' idea around it. The more something happens, the more we experience it, psychologically, we start changing. We literally change on a chemical level, on a molecular level inside. Our cells begin to change. The memory within our cells, within our human, change. So the more you allow these experiences that are spiritual and profound take place, and you sit with it, meaning you don't automatically allow your human to ignore it. What does ignoring it look like? That didn't happen. And you totally go to something else. Or you share it with somebody that you know is going to make you feel not crazy. Because they're going to say, yeah, that was crazy. Of course that didn't happen. Like, you know what? I could have sworn I just saw somebody. Okay, you know what? I know I need to go to bed. And they'll be like, yeah, you know you tired. What? They did you that wrong at the job? Or, girl, you need to get another job or something. Are you that tired? You need a drink? You need a little... You're going to not tell anybody. The more you allow these experiences to happen, you're going to seek validation and confirmation from God, from our ancestors, from our angels, our spirit guides, from the universe, which is an all-in-one beautiful spiritual team. You are going to trust and have faith that these experiences are happening for a reason. And they're all alerting you and awakening you to your own beautifully blessed outcome. Another symptom of spiritual awakening is your spiritual sensations. You're going to feel the prickles and the tingling sensations. You're going to feel the numbing and the crawling all over your skin. And you're going to say, what was that just on me? It just felt like something was on me. It was God. It was our ancestors. It was our angels. It was our spirit guides that were on you. And the Most High is alerting you to something very specific. You're going to know that when you feel something crawling on your back, it's not a bug, because you don't see a bug, and you don't really feel it like a bug, but that's the only thing you can attribute it to in your limited human understanding. And there's always going to be that question. And so that question mark, when it's not completely defined on a human level, is spiritual. And that's a symptom of awakening, right? Absolutely. Yes, go on back, reflect on your writings, deepen it. So the other thing is, no matter what, even if you're not Christian, I'm not Christian. I was raised a Baha'i. These are my stars that you see, 9 pointed stars. Well, I'm very spiritual, my aunt, and all, you know. I love God, very spiritual. See, very spiritual. I love the Most High. But I open my Bible right here, my mama's Bible. I keep it in the car with me. And on occasion, I open it up. You're going to find that message is going to come to you. Open your Bible. And I forget what you call it. There's a term. Somebody, spiritual superstar, help me. Please help me. And help the rest of us. Share with us what that term is when you are guided to open your Bible and go to a specific spot. There's a term for that. And so, and comment down below and share what that is. There's a word, but you're going to find that. You're going to see it. You may look up like I just did. And you're going to, because you'll hear the message. And you may see something in your mind's eye. And when you look up, or when you look over here, when you stare, you're actually going into the spiritual realm, deep into it. And you're using your third eye, your spiritual sight. You're using your spiritual gifts to see the unseen. And sometimes you do it, you don't even realize you're using your spiritual gifts. And so you will do that. You will go to the book, or you will go to call someone, and you will say, you know, I don't know, you just came to my soul, and I just thought of you, and I felt like I needed to call you. And they may say, wow, I was just thinking of you too. Like, oh my gosh, I just said I need to call her. I need to call him. What have you been up to? You know what? I just had a dream about you. And I was debating, should I tell you? You know, I was wondering, what are you doing with your art? Have you ever started to take it anywhere? You opening your business? You putting it, taking it places to see it, putting it in galleries? Are you doing anything with it as a, you know, it's your passion? And the second they say that to you, you know that's God, because that's the same message God's been giving you. That is how it happens. Those are the symptoms to let you know you are waking up to your untapped, your unlimited potential. You start realizing, wow, man, I think I'm seeing spirits. It's freaking me out. I'm afraid to go to sleep. Or you're afraid to wake up. Spiritual superstar, if you go to sleep and you're under the covers, and because you're afraid of what else is out there in your room, you definitely are waking up. You are in the flux. You are dead in. I won't say dead. Let me take that back, because I don't want to freak anybody out. You are straight in a spiritual awakening. If you're going to sleep and you're hiding under the covers, you're seeing stuff that you don't want to see. Yeah, you could be seeing demons. Yes, but it does not necessarily mean that they're attacking you. You could have very well just woke up to energies that have always been there. And it could be someone that you're connected to that's being attacked. So you could be waking up to your mediumship ability. Lost souls could be coming to you because you are blossoming in your ascension, in your higher self, which is why I say we call our awakenings to us when we're ready. We're ready. So that's what I want to end with this with. I want to leave you with, when you are feeling crazy, and so crazy that you want to check yourself into the psych unit, and many of my coaching clients, many of our spiritual superstars have done that. I know people personally, I know people in my family that have done that. Totally thought they were losing their mind, just to find that they were awakening to something different happening in their life that was meant to bless them. And God was peeling the outer layer of who they were at that time in their life so that they wouldn't miss their blessing. Hit the thumbs up button if you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about. Because life gets crazy. Bills start coming up out of nowhere. People you've known all your life start acting like they'll stab you in the back in a heartbeat. You can't get a job. You're stressed out. You know, all this stuff, problems just start coming at you. A lot of the times, God is alerting you to one path. One path. And that's God's plan. That's going to get you out of it and into this beautiful meadow of blessings. And so, just know that you're ready. You're ready. And you can say that, I'm ready. You can ask God, I'm ready. Please show me my spiritual guidance the way that I can receive it. And when you see it, you've got to go in that direction. And the Most High will never, ever point you in a direction that's going to get you hurt. That's going to cause you to hurt somebody else, including yourself. Never, ever will the Most High put you in alignment with something that's going to take you. God will put you in alignment with something that will test you to the brink of giving up. But the second you pass over that threshold of what you needed and you used faith, and then once you get over that threshold and you're like, whew, I didn't think I could do it. I did not think I was going to make it. Honey, the blessings just pour in. They pour in. So the name of the game in spiritual awakening is do not give up. And you tell God, I got this. Thank you so much. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Even when you got to cry through it. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Please show me. Thank you, Lord. Thank you so much. I'm ready. I'm ready. Please show me my spiritual guidance the way that I can receive it, because I am stressed out. I don't know about this. But then you said, I know I could do it. I could do it. I could do it. I could do it. This is the craziness that you go through. You go through it. Go do that. Say it. Because God's listening. And I promise you that. God is listening. You don't need any outside validation. All you need is that confirmation and the signs that are going to come to you. And it's the blessings. They're going to come like little poofs of blessings to you. You're going to be like, whoa, okay, I did that. I detached. I made an excuse not to go out with them because they ain't nothing but trouble. I'm not going to hang with them no more. And then what happens? You get blessed with a new job. You like, whoa, had I went out that night, I wouldn't have been able to get up and make it to the interview, and I got blessed, and it was more money than I thought it was going to be. It happens just like that. You decide not to go with the busybodies, not to hang with them. They start trouble. They all about drama. And you decide to go somewhere else, and you meet the love of your life. You have a great time. You network with people. You know, you're in connection with people that you need to be in connection with. You're in alignment, right? Because you're following your spiritual guidance, right? Study the red, many blessings. Seti says, yes, it can be too much. I get frustrated with constantly being alone and struggling. But that seems to be my path. Just wish there was more joy. There you go, Seti. When you get through this path of isolation, there will be joy. Because that's what you want. And so you've already called it. So knowing that that's deep in your heart and soul, Seti, you focus on that joy. Because the pathway is untreaded, right? It's uncharted territory. This is your new path. And you're going down it willingly, right? So you're going to get bumped. You're going to get bruised. You're going to get torn by the thorns. That's why it's so hard. Because when you get through this pathway that's just yours, your blessing is right past that last test. And you're not supposed to bring everybody with you. You hear what I said? You're not supposed to bring certain people with you. So isolation is so that God can talk to you. And in the quiet of your moments, when you hear your spiritual guidance, I need you to believe it. I need you to hear from God. I need you to be open to hearing from God, because that is your way through. Okay? And so when you question, is this God? Is it God? You're going to start believing so deep. You're going to believe so, it's going to just be without question that you're going to say, of course it's God. Because I know every time I take action, I get confirmation. I encourage everybody to get the book, 7 Steps to Master Any Spiritual Awakening. Get the book. It's on Amazon, 7 Steps to Master Any Spiritual Awakening. Write in your book. Use it as your own personal journal. You go through those 7 steps, and I promise you, you're going to get through it with flying colors. And you write in that book, and you're going to be able to see your own experiences play out over and over again, because life cycles. And you're going to use those same strengths to get to the next, through the next spiritual awakening too. Yep. If it's the Most High, the evidence of it should align with going on in real life. Wait a minute, did I read that right? The evidence of it should align with what's going on in real life. It will. It will. However, the test will too. And so it's really important that when you feel like your signs are aligning with what's happening, remember that they have to align with your desired outcome. It will not feed fear, and that's a big deal, okay? Often in my personal coaching client sessions, my clients get confused with the paths. The path of God, the path of fear. Fear is easier. The path of God is not, but it is soul fulfilling. It is lasting success. It is success for legacy, generational. Path of fear has burdens up ahead, and it's still in alignment with where you're headed. So we have that choice. So just remember that isolation, SETI and everyone else, spiritual superstars, that isolation is a gift. For we cannot hear the voice of God in the chaos until we can hear the voice of God in the silence. I love y'all so much. I love you so much. SETI says thank you. I thrive alone, but it gets monotonous. And then eventually wisdom is sidetracked by sadness and feeling that, which leads to ego choices. And SETI, you are so powerful that what you just put out there is a spell. And I'm going to need you to break it right now. So I'm going to need you to tweak those words, because what you just did was reprogram your human to believe that. And that is a lie. That's the way it was, not the way it's going to be, not the way that you are manifesting it to be. So what you put is the past. I'm going to need you to write down something else that speaks to your future. So thank you. I thrive with wisdom, happiness, which leads to my blessings. just for example, but you put what feels good to you, okay? Let it come from you, the soul. All right. Well, thank you so much, spiritual superstars. Do me a favor. We've made some changes on our channel, and I really want to know what your biggest question or your biggest concern in spirituality really is, so that I can help you the best. We're moving away from readings. We've moved into coaching years ago, and we're stepping into another phase of coaching. And I want to make sure that I'm just giving you what you all need. And I thank you so much for being such strong supporters. I love y'all to life. I mean, y'all do it for me. So I thank you. And you know I'm in love with God. So you let me know that in the comment section down below. Love y'all. I'll see you soon. I almost forgot. Subscribe. Come on in. Subscribe to our family. And we thank you for your support. Hit that thumbs up button if you resonate with what I just shared. And comment and share this video. Let other people know that we exist and that we're here to help you in your spiritual journey.